have I been in silence the whole time? It's fine. You didn't miss anything. You just missed me talking about how I was sat here the whole time. How it took me longer to get back than I thought it would. Because I was thinking, why is my model so far away? Why isn't she tracking me? And it's because I turned off the webcam. And I was saying that the whole time to a turned off bloody microphone. I'm I'm such a good streamer. I also said I'm not gonna be able to see the chat instantly this time. So we're gonna have a really awkward back and forth. A really awkward out of sync back and forth. I'm sure there was a way to do it. I had it. I lost it. Okay. The important question is, did Sasha Dewan do anything wrong this time? He still did something wrong. He still did something wrong, for God's sake. Oh, Sasha Dewan, what did he do? What did he do? Here is YouTube. Also, we have to wait for God knows how long for this. I have snacks. Do you have snacks? You said you were going to get snacks. I say snacks, I mean chocolate. Which I shouldn't have, but sod it. Why can I not see the live chat while I'm watching YouTube on my Alexa, by the way? I should be able to see the bloody chat. I swear I used to be able to. I could be making that up. Oh yeah, we're stuck in Risley's office right now. Okay. Okay. While we wait. Ah, what am I doing? My God. Over game. I swear to God, there's a way. Everyone now is saying 2 monitors. I don't have the space for 2 monitors. I can't have 2 monitors. It's fine. Just it's awkward delay. It's gonna have to be. Okay. Did I let me pop out chat anyway. Did I prepare beforehand by going to where I need to be beforehand? Obviously not. Why on earth would I think to do something like that? I mean, I started, despite the fact that I had just been streaming, I still somehow started the stream with nothing. Also, we're gonna have to faff about with the audio. How's the audio? Do we have the same weapon on Maoika? I mean, it's It's the weapon that I had, but doesn't it look good on her? It's like that was meant for her. Let me have a look at some voice lines so that we can double check.
With the flames to guide us across time, we took a land shrouded in darkness and used our own blood and tears to forge it into a home.
That good?
Now our journey continues, and a new chapter awaits. As the current Pyro Archon, allow me, Mawika, to light your way forward.
Okay, let's Oh my god, she's so cool. I mean, you took your sweet time getting here. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, let's go to Citlali. Citlali, is this hers? I assume that's hers. I shouldn't assume these things. I shouldn't assume. I should double check. It probably is. When you have such long loading times, though. Yeah, it is. I mean, it was the only thing there. It obviously was, but still. And now we wait. What 5-star claymore do you have? Also, I apologize in advance for the eating sounds. Oh yeah. There were Fatui in it, but they're not Capitano's Fatui, and I don't know whose Fatui they are, if indeed they are anybody's.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
Because I assume that now, given everything that happened, we probably at least have an okay relationship with the Fatui in Natlan, who came over with Capitano.
Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Yeah, considering what the captain did for Natlan. I mean, Natlan probably now has a very different feelings towards the Fatui than we do. Because their experience recently has been Capitano, and you're gonna have good feelings about people associated with Capitano, aren't you? That's why it's interesting, because apparently the Fatui in this are not Capitanos.
Huh.
And that's all I know.
All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes.
Sorry, Paimon.
Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
It's fine. Some Fatui are sweethearts, actually. Did you learn nothing from that one time with that one guy who was in that one place? You know what I mean, the guy from the place that one time. Did you learn nothing? Oh yeah! That's completely not. That's not. Why do we feel so different? It's because these guys they're very dude, yeah.
Instead
But yeah,
of
it's
confining
because these
themselves to
guys
the
aren't
heavens,
playable, so
God should
we're
broaden their horizons in
suspicious.
the world below.
Hang on. What am I being sent?
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light.
Oh,
The humans are the same.
he still did nothing.
Except we call
I mean,
that
he
light.
did do something wrong. I just got your screenshot. Okay, talk to us.
What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Who is your employer? Who is not even going to be another harbinger, is it?
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
Oh yeah, to be clear, I'm not saying I'm expecting another harbinger to be involved. It's just these guys aren't with Capitano, which stands to reason they are with another. We're not going to see them, we're not going to learn anything about them, but they're still going to be affiliated with a different harbinger.
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
That's what I was saying.
That's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
Everyone knows us now,
Golden-haired
Paimon.
traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, Traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
Yeah, this
So,
guy is obviously
you
really suspicious.
Chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
A little bit. Also, yeah, he's not even from Fontaine, he's just a cosplayer.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
I don't trust him. I know we've just come from a game where I didn't trust anybody except for the one person I really shouldn't have trusted, but I mean it this time.
Alright, we'll hear your request.
He's not even Sasha Duan and I still don't trust him.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
No, he can't just say that to me. There's too much detail in his outfit, I can't tell who he's supposed to be. No, you're right, we need to get rid of all that detail.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
I mean, do all those patterns really need to be there? I don't think so.
If you manage it, I'll
Square
even double your
off.
pay.
Oh my god, stop it. Why do you need her help?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alia, if you could.
That's why I don't trust his mustache. His mustache isn't square enough.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team.
Oh, stop it, you're making me cry.
Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
I mean, what do all these little steampunk details really tell us about this Fontanian person? I want to say it sounds familiar. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Oh yeah, she's the one that works with colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique.
He has a bag, and therefore I believe he's actually just a postman. And so, did all of these details really tell us anything about his profession that I've just made up?
Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective.
This guy over here, by the way, he looks very depressed. Don't worry, we're coming for you too. You have too much detail also. It tells me nothing about your profession.
Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield.
I'm sorry, my guy. I promise I'm listening. His tie is yellow, therefore he must be a pyro user. Oh my god, I'm actually tearing up.
The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Yeah, no, I lied. I'm not listening. It's the detail that's throwing me off. It's too much. How are you supposed to listen to someone who has, like, stripes on his shirt?
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but... Historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Yeah, why are the other Fatui dudes so tall? And more importantly, what does it tell us about them?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is restoring the truth of history. Naturally, I need it to be factual.
I'm following this conversation. Do you remember the fight against Asile? Like, during that time on the Jade Chamber, that kind of, like, part of the storyline, when we had to either fight the Millilith or fight with them. I don't fully remember. But seriously, when they're fighting, in-game, their models are, like, reasonably, sized, height, but when they're fighting, they are ridiculously tall.
That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records.
I mean, I don't go here, but I have to assume that there are going to be people out there who really don't mind a tall guy glaring at them, or mysteriously like that. There have to be people who feel a certain way about this design, I have to assume. I know how people work.
But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, Outsiders are rarely granted access.
What's wrong with the
Not to
outfit?
mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
Aside from the fact that he's entirely red, therefore he's obviously a Hydro user.
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
Oh, I see. No, yeah, you're right. They are very sexy outfits. We should go ask her, Paimon.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
They absolutely might have told us the pay though. I mean, were we really paying attention? Why are you sad? If only I'd known, I'd have asked someone with more experience to come along with me. What's the matter? Is something wrong? You could say that. There's this letter that's really tough to deliver. The recipient is a travelling doctor, so we've got to deliver it while he's here at the tribe. I don't know why, but someone said this letter is cursed. Oh my god, I thought he was going to tell me someone died. I thought he was sad over there. I thought I was going to feel dreadful because I was like saying stuff, and then I thought I was going to go over it and they're going to be like, yeah, someone died. I mean, you remember that thing where like half the NPCs died? No, actually, but you might give me things. I'm so paying attention. I'm so reading what you're telling me. See, I'm a great listener. Thank you. Where to next? Citlali's home. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking to you about that fictional child you let die.
Burn it down!
Oh my god, she's so cool. This is so not where I meant to be going. Oh my god, okay, okay. Oh, that scared me.
Hip.
And now we're lower. Where am I meant to be going? It's fine, we'll find it. Oh, it's here. Marika's hair is bloody gorgeous. I can't do... Oh, I think I might have killed her. I can't do anything while looking at her hair.
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
I mean, everything about her is just gorgeous.
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Also,
This
no
graffiti
books.
her work too. I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down.
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
I have a really awkward question. What is it that they're wanting, and what is he wanting to copy down? And why are we here? I I was obviously paying attention.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
I wasn't distracted. He wanted to copy down the graffiti. Okay, why are we here?
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something.
It's not my fault that I don't understand what's going on because somebody kept making me laugh. That's not my fault.
Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Citlali? Are you home?
The door is thrown open and you're met with the pungent smell of alcohol.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
So Citlali's a real hermit. Yeah, carry on.
Traveler!
The door closes abruptly.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
I think any time's a bad time, to be honest.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Evil mustache man, evil not square enough mustache man is writing a history book, wants to consult with Citlali because she's apparently been alive for 200 years. Oh god, so is this entire thing just gonna be about how old she is? Like, I don't mind people being older than they look. That's not the problem. I genuinely don't mind if it's just about, oh yeah, I experienced this thing, let me talk to you about it. But they have every opportunity to make this insufferable.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
Oh my god, for the first time I know more about a quest. Even if all I know about the quest is that there are Fatui who aren't Capitanos, and that's it. We probably won't actually find out who they are affiliated with. But the fact that we know that people are saying, like, for a fact that they're not Capitanos for Tui makes it sound like something must happen to make that known. It's like, do they just at some point randomly say, oh yeah, no, we didn't come in with Capitano? Because they can easily have come in with Capitano and then be working with somebody else. Now. Also, we don't have that long left to just, quickly find things out about them. If you do look it up, don't tell me who.
So this is where Citlali lives.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
Also, it was just like one tweet that I saw about it, but as we established, you should believe everything you see on the internet. Nobody lies on the internet.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
Oh, did you look it up? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Unless the answer is we don't know, in which case that's fine.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
You're probably just imagining things. Oh, she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her. I thought she was above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
Okay, I apologize for offending you. This is exactly why I do prefer Citlali over Farazan, because we've gotten all this way into a conversation without her mentioning just how old she is. And Farazan could never. I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz. Forget it.
There's a
Just
comment.
tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Oh, Paimon!
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
Are you? Because it
She
kind
sure
of...
doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
Because it kind of just looks like you're getting drunk by yourself, and that's not the healthiest of things to do.
From you?
Oh yeah, what if the request comes from me? I should be reading these things.
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
Yeah, turn the eyes on, Paimon, that's it. Do little Puss in Boots eyes.
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking! Citlali!
Oh, that for Tuigard is not safe. Grudok was that his name? He is not safe. Oh, you're in danger. Does the comment mention someone? I mean, we're not really rushing after her, are we? We're kind of just standing here in the dark. No, Citlali, come back. Oh my god, come back. No, wait, stop. No, it's completely unrelated to any story content whatsoever, just people being thirsty on the internet. Okay. Okay, do I want to know then? I mean, I think we're gonna be rushing after Citlali for a while. God, she's chased them all the way to Fontaine, straight to the Fortress of Meripede. Oh my god! Wow! We made it!
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
That was a very convincing performance, thank you.
Understood.
So you totally didn't tell him to, and now you're like pretending to have a... Yeah, no, I believe everything we just saw then was completely natural.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
No, I believe you.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
That was such a genuine voice
Well,
just then.
Since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance?
Oh my god, performance? No, no
Um.
way. I'm shocked.
I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
Listen, I'm sorry, it wasn't my fault.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you?
But also, yeah, who are they being thirsty about?
I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Tevat will learn the truth.
Oh, Grudok, obviously, of course.
With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
And you'll be helping me fulfill my duty, and it would mean a lot to your tribe, and I'm so sorry.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway.
Who are you calling heartless?
I said you weren't heartless!
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too, why are we oohing? Oh, okay. Alright, so... Okay, so there is somebody then.
Fine. No, no, and no.
So we do know who these Fatui belong to then.
I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't expecting anyone to appear. I definitely... We'd know about that, but also I just read the comment you sent me. Oh my god, the internet. The internet is such a place. Sounds good. I don't know what we agreed on, but it sounds good. Where are we going now? How far away is that? Do I bother? I'll bike there. I mean, what's the point of having a bike if you don't bike places? Whee! Oh my god, she's so cool. Oh my god, I love her. Whee! I need- oh no! I'm running out of things! I'm running out of things! It's fine, we got so close. Except I need to be all the way up there. No, it's fine, I can totally climb this. I can totally climb it. I'm fine, I'm good. I'm great. You can't fight me. God, I'm so intrigued now. God, she's cool. Oh, I love her hair. I'm gonna love this tidbit. Oh god, alright. Well, I mean, if that's the case...
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
Either you're being genuine, and I'm genuinely gonna love it, or you're being... you, and they're gonna all be like members of the House of the Hearth or something.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
Oh god, it's gonna be it's gonna be like the one Fatui Harbinger I actually don't like, isn't it?
But Molusaw said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Citlali tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Citlali's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Citlali's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough. As my rival, Citlali only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So Citlali is doing all of this for me. Aww.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman. Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here.
Did I miss something? I didn't. I apologize for interrupting. Please, great shaman.
Okay, okay.
Oh, auto. Sorry. Sorry.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheat Ceiling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Wheat Ceiling was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
Alia is absolutely adorbs, by the way, and I'm so worried that something's gonna happen to him.
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you.
Honestly,
It's more ridiculous from here.
I am pleasantly surprised that we've gotten all this way into it, and so far the only references of her being, older is important to the plot, because, that's why we're talking to her about it, because she was alive back then. We haven't yet had and my entire personality is that I'm older. Look how insufferable she is. It makes it better than Farazan, and I need to stop comparing them, but it's true. But yeah, it is better. That I like that she's not, that she's okay admitting when she doesn't know something.
Please don't fight.
Oh no! Stop it! You're making me, Alia, sad.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Oh god, where's the Kaya when you need him?
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection.
See, I don't mind the occasional line like that when it is occasional, because, you've still got to present her as someone who's older.
Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
She has more of a personality than
Wheat
she's
Ceiling
old.
was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheat Ceiling students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life. It's like Citlali, some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away. Who better to fend off a tyrant than a hero of Natlan?
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Oh yeah, is she implying that some of the other priests are almost as oh my god,
Wait for us here.
almost as old as her?
We appreciate the help.
If that is just a thing that happens with some Masters of the Nightwind people, then that's also very different. You'd better appreciate the help, by the way. I don't trust you or your mustache. Square your mustache, my guy. Alia, yeah, copy down this graffiti. It's a magic one.
Natlan's history is full of intriguing mysteries. It's too bad I can't talk to those priests myself.
Oh, something bad's gonna happen to him, I just know it. Or he's gonna end up being the bad guy here. And it's gonna be really tragic. Ooh, we could talk to the Fatui. Not you. I mean, I'll come back to you. Hi. How do you feel about all of the things that people on the internet want to do to you?
Got a problem? Like I said, take it up with my employer.
Yeah, but when you say take it up with your employer, do you mean that guy? Or, like, listen, between you and me, which faction do you belong to? Tell me. Which, between you and me, just let me know early, I don't mind. I don't mind spoilers if it comes from you. Just tell me. He's not budging. I mean, this is certainly one way to get him to talk. So will you tell me now? Yeah, okay, I'm leaving. That got really awkward. I'm leaving. You, talk to me.
Miss Citlali seems rather reluctant to help. Maybe you could talk to her a bit more. I'll reward you for the trouble.
That one person on the internet who apparently just could not restrain themselves. Oh my god. People on the internet. Oh. Oh, I do love the internet sometimes. It's like that guy in Navia's story quest who also had a mustache. We didn't trust him either. That's obviously the Tal, the villain Tal.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Hang on, so there's no info? There's no info, it's just, I wanna this guy. That is so the internet. Yeah, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Oh my god. Yeah, do not be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and her companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We want to ask about the technique you inherited from Huitziling.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
She beat them in a duel, so what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect. Hehe. Oh god, I love this.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think. Oh, hi.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe.
Oh my god, it's the other guy who that one guy said was voiced by an AI because he said, what did he say that was in fact correct? Record. Because he said, something like, this is a record, so on and so forth. And then the guy was like, do you hear how he said record? And went on a whole tangent about he was like, well, maybe people in the UK say it differently for some reason. But he did like all this research and found out that no, that the difference between record and record is the same. And so because he aboutly said record when he meant to say record means that he was voiced by AI, even though the sentence was correct and it was in fact record. That like this scroll is a record of such and such. He wasn't saying this scroll records your such and such. It was this scroll is a record of so on and so forth and whatever the line fully was. But so it's like he's using this ridiculous argument. And not only that, but in like either the same update or the next update, Capitana also says something wrong. He says like drought instead of draft. So, which is proof that even like human voice actors can still say words wrong sometimes and he doesn't get caught. But it wasn't even wrong. But apparently because one guy just declared that the entire line was incorrect, then apparently AI voice acting. And I don't understand that person. Or maybe that's just how Capitano says draft. Yeah, you don't know exactly. But and the what also gets me as well is that it has to be a troll video. It has to be. It can't be real. Because, you know, I would ordinarily never even point out when someone is saying something wrong, because I don't know why they're saying something wrong. But he said, look at this, like, giant dude. And I remember thinking, what? I don't understand what you mean. But I think he meant to say giant. And so he himself said a word incorrectly in his own video about how this guy is clearly voiced by AI because he said something correct, but he decided was incorrect. But then when somebody actually says something incorrect, then that's fine. It has to be a joke video. It has to be. You can't go that far. He said, like, giant instead of giant. Which I'd never ordinarily pull someone up for, but if you're making a video about how this guy said something wrong, even though it wasn't wrong, but even if he did say something wrong, if you're saying that that is the reason that this person is clearly voiced by AI, which obviously he isn't. Like, listen to him, he's obviously a person. But, like, you can't then misspeak in your video about how this person misspeaking means that they're AI. Because now I can just sit here and say, oh, well, are you AI then? Because everything that you've said, all the evidence you've given, you've done yourself. I prefer the internet when they're talking about pegging the Fatui. I much prefer that side of the internet. Well, all of this before he even mentioned Alpa. Because he said that this happened, and then he went to then I started to pay attention. I don't think you did, though. You can't have been. You can't have been, quote-unquote, paying attention, and then come to that conclusion. I just want people to make videos about pegging the Fatui. That's so much nicer. At least we know where they stand. Oh my god, I'm so tired now. Please continue. Tell me what you were talking about.
Chief, I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Citlali, I understand your friction with Granny Citlali. However, Elder Talapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Citlali to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Talapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Yeah, why so big? Oh my god, and I feel like I need a minute after that rant.
Exploration and trials.
Nothing more infuriating on the internet at the moment
my alley.
than people. I so wish certain people did not know that AI is a thing now in the way that it is. Because not any written thing on the internet now will have a comment saying, oh, this is just ChatGPT, when there's no evidence that it is. Even in you can't be well spoken on the internet anymore without being accused of having used AI, which is kind of sad. You can't say a line correctly in a game, apparently, without being accused of being AI. Citlali, please talk to me. I'm so tired.
Hi there, Elder Tlubbo.
Hi, it's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Also, using the fact that we don't know the people's voice actors as not like straight up proof, but still evidence to support it, while not being transparent that it is in fact quite common to not know NPC voice actors, to the point that we did not know who voiced Baizhu and Changsheng until they became playable. And I say they because Changsheng is absolutely playable just as much as Baizhu. The fact that we don't know who voiced Signora, because I think the voice actor just like wants privacy, which is fine. It's quite common for voice actors to not have their voices attributed to NPCs. So like Ayaka's voice actor, we didn't know that she also voiced Catherine, for example, until she voiced Ayaka. So it's quite believable that we will never know who voiced like Alpa and Biram, for example. It's very plausible that we'll never know, just in the sense that we don't know who voices like most of the staff at Dawn Winery. We don't know a lot of people. And not only in English as well, but we don't know who the voice actors are in Chinese either, or Japanese, or Korean. Like, are you saying that they're all AI? Like, that's not... You can absolutely mention it as, I think it's interesting that we don't know, you know, the voice actors, but you can't act as if it's unusual, because it isn't.
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Yeah, it is. You have additional voices in like anything with voices, because not every voice actor wants to be credited at all, and not every voice actor wants to be credited in a particular role. And when we do know NPC voice actors, it's usually because the voice actor themselves tweeted out, for example. Like that's the only reason we knew the NPCs that Alejandro voices, because he's always said that he's wanted to voice in Genshin, and so then the times he got as a voice in Genshin before being Sino, he mentioned it, but not everyone does. You know, that's how we had this like really adorable interaction on Twitter where the voice actor of the mum person, Citlali, in Baiju's quest, tweeted about it, and then the person who I think voiced the son, tweeted like, "Oh my god, I'm your child," or it was something like that. It was something cute like that. But that's usually how it works. And at this point, why on earth people are saying, "Oh, there's the only way we'll ever know is if the voice actor comes out and says that it was them." And I've seen people saying that it's because people are accusing the voices of being AI. It's now Hoyo's like duty to put out who the voice actor actually was, and that's not how that works. First of all, the burden of proof is not on them. It's on the people who are making the accusation in the first place. It's not down to them to prove that it wasn't, just because some fans on the internet are saying it was. Oh yeah, I remember, oh crap, I can't remember her name now. A's voice actor was doing Wind Chase with the other like usual suspects, and they were in Mondstadt and someone passed, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's me!" But yeah, they're always like doubling up and everything, and it's so tiring. It's so tiring.
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. They can't just come out and say, oh yeah, no, this NPC was voiced by this person, when the voice actor themselves doesn't want to have their name out. Which doesn't mean anything other than the fact that sometimes VAs don't want to be credited for NPC voice actors, and that's it. Because I know that other people would take that and say, oh, it's because people don't want to be associated with Genshin and Hoyo and stuff, and that's not what it is. That's not the point. But they can't just come out and say, oh, I've noticed a few people on the internet have said that this voice actor is AI, so actually it's this person. Like, no, the only person who can do that is the person who voiced, and at this point, why on earth would you want to? Like, why on earth? Because you're just opening yourself up for harassment anyway. Because half the people who've been saying that it's either been, oh, either it's AI or it's a very bad voice actor. So why on earth would you want to put your name out anyway?
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was with Celine's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you were close. I know. If you weren't, you had time to get close now. It's been 84 years since we started.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw?
I think part of it is that people just really want there to be a conspiracy. People really want there to be suspicious things going on. And they just can't accept that sometimes this is how it works in a certain creative business. Hi, please don't be sad.
I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Don't make the owl sad. Not only do they look like owls, but they're also blue. I'm very attached. I'm very attached to owl-like creatures that are blue. I mean, God knows why. Hi. Oh yeah, we lost 3-0 today, by the way. But we were playing as much as I absolutely detest them. Genuinely, I hate them more than our actual rivals. But even though I absolutely detest them, I can't pretend they're not the best in the league. So,
and humans are the same.
I expected to lose, but I didn't expect to play so well against them in comparison. So I'm not even sad about it.
Exploration
And we're still 10th in the league, and that's ridiculous. Well, that's ridiculously high for us. Especially considering our chairman is just a really shitty man-child. Hi, Biram!
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news! We found another clue!
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Yeah, you really are.
Claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
You really are all ears, aren't you?
True, but Granny Eatsley promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't plain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eastly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course. The one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Perhaps Citlali's worried she looks old.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then. If you run into any more problems, I'm always willing to help.
Ask the priests for information. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. Hi, guess who's back? I bet. I bet he gives the best hugs. Also, I know I keep comparing the two, and I really shouldn't, but Citlali, at least, has actually experienced all of these years, you know? Like, she actually is as old as she is. So she's allowed a bit more leeway.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
Yeah, Farazan talks like she's super old, but she was just in suspended animation and got fed info. And it's like she has nothing else going on for her as a character other than the fact that that happened to her. Citlali, at least, she is that old. And she has had all of the experiences. Yeah, whereas Citlali was alive during that and says things like, I don't know what happened, I wasn't there. Yeah, she doesn't have to be correct all of the time. She doesn't have to know the answer all of the time. And honestly, the fact that she isn't going on, she's perfectly capable of speaking about things that happened like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, without being all, see, because I'm old and you're young and that makes me better than you. It just instantly makes her better. She comes off as a more realistic older person than Farazan. She does. And also, you don't need to keep reminding somebody how old you are. If it's almost like an insecurity in Farazan that it's like she has to remind people. Citlali doesn't have to remind people of just how old she is, because she's accomplished in her own right and she has plenty of stuff going for her that isn't she's old. As Farazan's just, call me madam, I'm older than you.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
It's like, it's just, shut up. I don't care. Get another thing. Get another personality trait.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Citlali, however, I can fully believe that she is somebody who has actually lived a very long time. And because of that reason, either she's extremely done with people, or she doesn't want to get close to people because, like you said, when you have a longer lifespan than other people, you just end up losing them eventually anyway, and that must be really painful. Or she's lived so long that she can't be arsed with pleasantries anymore.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
Yeah, Citlali is an actual old lady who's full of herself. Farazan is full of herself, but is pretending to be old. And that makes Citlali much more, what's the opposite of insufferable? Sufferable, I suppose.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Honestly, she could spend the entire rest of her story quest now with every other line being, I'm better than you because I'm older than you. And and she's still better than Farazan.
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort.
That's true. Actually, that's not even a special thing that's happened to Farazan in terms of characters that we know, including ourselves.
Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals.
And it also just strikes me as, I deserve respect purely because I'm older than you. Well, like, no, you still have to earn it. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it should work. You still have to do things to gain respect from people. You can't just be like, I'm older than you, so you have to call me madam. Or, I'm older than you, so you have to be nice to me. So, well, no. You still have to be a nice person back. You still have to earn it. It's like the real life thing of, this person's older, so therefore they're allowed to be a dickhead to you. So, well, no, that's not how it works. It doesn't matter how old you are.
So, even though we see ourselves as representatives of Citlali's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy. Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Citlali's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
Citlali, though, everything she's accomplished, I mean, she's done as much as she has because of how long she's lived, but she's still done things, you know? Like, we're not, people aren't respecting her because she's older. She's still done things, is what I'm trying to say. You're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Oh, it's because she likes us. She wants to help us. Alright, meet up with Evil Mustache Guy and the others. And whoever his Fatui belonged to. I don't trust you. She makes shit, yeah, exactly. Anyway, by which I mean I don't trust you, personally. Oh, you're so people I don't like, aren't you?
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result.
Yeah, you, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why, because you're always so trustworthy when it comes to Genshin.
Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen,
He's
I'm
so
just
precious.
updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation.
He's just a little puppy.
Um...
He's just a puppy.
And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too, Citlali.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with, Hui Sealin's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
Yeah, no, you have never done anything wrong in your entire life. No, I believe you.
You think so?
You've never done anything suspicious in my lives at all.
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
Oh, they're gone. Okay. Fair.
Hello, are you Aisha Man?
You could have waited for me.
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
I'll put the cute puppy one in my pocket.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Wheat Ceiling, right?
I need to have like a flash of heating, and it's probably going to make noise. So just, yeah.
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Wheat Ceiling didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Wheat Ceiling was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Is the heater too loud, by the way?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Wheat Ceiling would pass it on to us.
Oh, he's just
You
a
might
puppy!
have better luck
Look
asking
at
one of
him!
the priests. They're descendants of Wheat Ceiling's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
You're so cute! You don't need to associate with this guy.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Yeah, you can't just talk to a handful of people and be like, well, guess it didn't happen. That's not, you don't even have enough information to be like, hey, this is worth investigating.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
I mean, the amount of information and evidence you need just to say, hey, we should investigate this further in an academic sense.
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Wheat Ceiling's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories.
I mean, God, different subjects, but my entire thesis was basically, like, all of it, all that time and effort and, like, 15 pages was basically just to say, hey, this is worth looking into further. Like, that was the point of that.
And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
Actually, stories are very important. Because even if you can't definitively prove that a story took place, the fact that if you have like different stories from different sources, but they all have similar ideas to it, that is crucial in history. I don't think you're a real historian. I don't know if he is a real historian, actually, did he say? I wasn't paying attention because of all of the detail, you know. See, I don't know what his job is because his outfit doesn't tell me.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
It is helpful, it is. Very important.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Wheat Ceiling's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed.
Go ahead.
For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Eshemin?
Also, just, you know, to remind you, it's perfectly acceptable for your conclusion to be, I don't know. You don't actually have to. You don't have to have an answer. You can say, actually, I don't know, but here's more details.
It's unlikely.
That's fine.
My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Whitzelin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Does it?
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostek cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Citlali was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Why are you being suspicious all of a sudden? Why is it almost as if you don't want it to be true? I don't think he wants it to be true. For whatever reason, he is very desperate to say, no, it didn't happen. It's lies.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
I don't think it was flattery. I don't trust him. Yeah, it's because of the moustache. Just accept the gift, Citlali.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yai Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends.
Oh, he works in publishing. Yeah, he did. He did say that. How was I supposed to remember with all that detailing that didn't tell me that?
It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
He doesn't work in publishing. He doesn't really work in publishing. I don't trust him. He is the same Fatui as in Navia's quest. Actually, he's a Fatus himself. I don't trust him.
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
He's just like that Oxford professor. He's not real.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Nope, don't believe you.
Amateur.
Don't believe you. I get that we're believing him, but I don't. Just leave the books to me. Don't forget about our pay, though.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Yeah, we should not tell Citlali that we're actually friends with the owner of Yai Publishing House, should we?
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. We can just go to sleep.
Okay, We'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
What do you think, Citlali?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
My guess is that she just wants to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
Face.
All right, as Miss Citlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
Yeah, she's actually really nice. She's just awkward in social situations.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Wanna grab a meal? My treat.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Maybe not just like last time.
Did you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair. Me too, to be honest. Also, if you have any suspicions, now's the time to tell us.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Are you sure? We're doing great. We're getting on nicely, aren't we? Where is your place? Where are we going? I'll bike. I mean, if I can bike, I'm going to. How are you doing for time, by the way? This is a mistake. She's gonna die. 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 She didn't! That is so good to know that I can do that.
Phew.
I mean, I'm not remotely going to the right place. We may as well. We're here now. Hi again. I climbed the wrong thing. Of course I did. Of course I did. Obviously. Okay, because you need to be here when it's totally the knave who's revealed to be the harbinger, because I don't trust you for it to be somebody I like.
Rise with the sun.
Sorry, I'm busy. Okay, yeah, we just go. That was ominous, by the way. Just. It's fine. It's fine. We're doing fine.
Is this the place?
Further up in what direction? Oh, you mean up. No, you need to be here for me to yell at you when it turns out to be the one harbinger I don't like.
This is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here.
Oh, but you like our
Let's
company.
See if my stash is still here. Ah, great. The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks. Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Maybe should we not have done the mind reading issue first? Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it, right?
I doubt it. This really is a one-of-a-kind view. That must be why Citlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong. Oh, hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
Oh, no idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough?
Oh, sorry. There's a brief mention.
Oh, please work, please.
Oh my
work.
god, okay.
A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something. It sounded like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Citlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you.
I don't think you should be drunk up here, by the way. You can just fall off the edge.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Hang on a second, no, is it a good thing that he's briefly referenced in Natlan that seems to be very anti-dragon for some reason?
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
You know, for supposedly the land of dragons, they really don't seem to like dragons over here.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Oh god, now I'm scared for two different reasons.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease her. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready.
It's fine. We don't... There's no, like... there's no rules on friendship. If this is how if this is how to be friends with you, then there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating. Someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
You know, I didn't realize what you were talking about at first. I just saw you say, and this is why I torment you at every opportunity, and my first thought was, yeah. I assumed you were talking to me at first. Why live like that, Citlali?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
Because people die.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance.
Oh, we're getting like an actually good this is how being old affects me moment.
But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
All the more reason to remember them. I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say that my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. Who? Are we supposed to know who that is? So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on in the world of my memories. Hang on. I'm sure the primordial one remembers, actually, yeah. It's the thing I don't like. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to, so if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away.
Oh, Ruka Devata.
It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the thing I don't like.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
See, I didn't remember because... Oh my god, I forgot Ruka Devata. That is painful. That's very unfortunate.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
I really don't think you can.
Talking to us. She seems kind of out of it.
You're quite high up. Please don't try.
Bye. Gonna.
Oh, thank God.
Walk
Okay.
back alone. Need some time to think.
Okay, she doesn't need us to worry about her. She's always been like this. Okay, wait until 11 the next day. Yeah, I forgot she floats. How do we get down then? Paimon can get down. I don't float. 11 the next day. My knee is very swollen, by the way. Her VA does a wonderful job. I don't remember what their name is. A very cool name, though. I remember that. It's one hell of a name. Glide to the agreed location. Oh, yeah! We glide! Canonically! We have a glider's license! Sorry, Amber. That's how we get down from places. Don't die, don't die. Don't die. That's fine. Oh, they're the same person who voices March?
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time. She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Ahem.
Hi.
Citlali!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
Did you?
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something.
Yeah?
The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Oh, there's more people. You weren't here before. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, you just want to pick some
Follow me.
berries.
I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
What happened to the original people? What happened? The others okay? Or... should I be concerned? Oh, why am I doing this? What, can, no, let go, let go, let go. Don't die, plunge, don't die. The pyro gun is still there, I didn't notice. Oh yeah, so it's just, so what happened to the Geo guy then?
So the battlefield is inside this place.
Can we only handle so many Fatui at a time, graphically?
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
I mean, in terms of computer graphics, I'm not talking about the Fatui being graphic. I'm not talking about the pyro guy graphically. That's not what I'm saying.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Oh, we're gonna have to fight them.
Everyone ready?
And I don't want to. Let's go. I like the Geo dudes. I hope he's okay. We didn't even ask. We didn't even ask about him. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna do either of those. Do I have to? I'm not gonna bring Mawika because she's not built. She at the moment she's really just here to look good. Yeah, right, I'll bring Risley. It told me to do a cryo, I think.
Let's get to work.
You can come with me. If you can load. Thank you. Oh yeah, it'll give me Citlali as well, won't it? Now I'm just worried about the Geo guy, the Geo Gunner guy. I'm concerned. Oh. Oh, yeah, my knee has been swollen for 2 days now because the car door just ever so slightly pressed against it. And that's why I couldn't game yesterday, because of the van door just like slightly touched my knee for a few seconds. It's so sensitive that I can't bandage it up or put any pain relief or anything on it. So it's kind of just there. He'd better be fine. It's not that we didn't even ask about him. He's been here the whole time. We need to value the guy. What's it? Oh, is he not feeling well? Does he have a cold? Is that it? He just didn't sleep very well. You need to ask these things.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Oh, it's
course.
such a sweetheart.
I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
See, he could have slotted in so perfectly here. It's like he's purposefully missing. Concerned. Yeah. I'm assuming we're like close to the end now then. Hopefully. Because you need to be here when it's revealed.
There are weapons
I need
here
to
from
yell at
every
you
tribe
later.
in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place.
But also, if the Geo guy not being here meant anything, then it would have had a moment where we asked about him.
Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
We'd have had like a dream about him or something, and you'd have told me, no, you're overthinking it, it's just a dream.
All the bases. You got it.
Why was that suspicious, Grudok?
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Why did he say that so suspiciously?
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that spear.
Well, I mean, you're removing the spear. Oh. We're just taking it. Okay, never mind. Huh? Yeah, the electro hammer guy. That hammer, it's too heavy.
Straight through!
I noticed.
That some kind of color magic?
He almost looked like out of breath or something. Why are you so tall, by the way?
Very close to the technique Citlali might have used.
God, you're exceptionally tall.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Why are you always so negative?
What a terrific archaeological find.
I'm not
Enough
like him.
chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
Seriously though, the way that everyone's standing almost looks like the Geo guy just hasn't loaded in. Hey, I'm floating!
Return to the skies!
Ah, that's so cool. I wouldn't mind her, honestly. I mean, it'll never happen because Maoika is so difficult.
Hold on. If we step here, we might.
Okay, go back then, go back then.
There are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It
I've got
must
you.
have been because on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and see what happens.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Oh, she's so cool. Oh, wait. Chest? Where? Chest where? Where? Back to the entrance. Can I go back to the entrance? Where was the entrance? Where was it? Can I get there? I think I can get there. Come on. Okay. That'll teach me for not paying attention. Thank you. I know we talked about not excavating and everything, but just bear with me. Oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, you can come. You can come here, thank you.
Rise like smoke.
I saw this one, I found it. I did it. So, because now I'm starting to pay attention. Who needs spelling when there's a chest in it? That guy is still going to find a way to dismiss this place.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
It's a memory TARDIS. It's the Night Kingdom.
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same. Correct?
Oh? That's the person, right?
Wheat ceiling?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Yep, I'm trusting you. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. What am I supposed to do? you're our nice pyro guy is doing great.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time.
Oh my god, I
A
wish
few
the
monsters
Fatui were
made
here
it out of the
fighting with
battle
us.
all those years ago.
Okay, no. I'm gonna fight how I know how.
Bow your head.
I'm sorry for having to fight you, Abyss. Bishop people.
Silence.
Come in. I am, yes. Could you do my hottie before you go? Oh, why did you ask then? Thank you. Oof. Yeah, no. He doesn't know how to Abyss Monster, to be fair. The being who calls himself Enjo is not very good at being an Abyss Monster. He hasn't quite got the hang of it. I thought we were meant to be following you, by the way, Citlali. This isn't helping. Ah!
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze.
Ugh.
I'm guessing the purpose.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
It's fine.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I know, I'm sorry. I see it, thank you. I'm so gonna pretend I know where I'm going. Excuse me? Yeah, I don't trust you.
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
Yeah.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so
I mean-
surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
It basically looks the same as like the Adepti art Paimon. That shouldn't be a surprise to you. That's like Cloud Retainer's domain. Oh yeah, that's what the zoom in was on. It was on Nivelette fixing his cravat. That should happen every time.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Thanks, yeah, thanks for your help, Citlali. Thanks for absolutely, obviously telling us where to go.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
You mean colourful?
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Why don't you want it to be true? Why?
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
Oh, why did they nod to each other like that? Why did we get sudden evil eye?
No, you may not.
Yeah, did you see that too, Citlali? They weren't subtle.
you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
See, that's how you do it.
So, you've been watching me.
That's how you do a signal. Oh, bless him. Look, he's so confused. He's so not involved in this.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
Yeah, why don't
What
you
if
want...
that was my goal all along?
Oh my god, wow, I never would have guessed. That's so surprising to me, Mr. Evil Mustache. I never would have thought of that.
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe.
Oh my god, no way.
But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat.
Okay, so which... Okay, so he is... So you are a printing person then? So why... So what does that have to do... But what did these guys get out of that?
But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Melusine.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye.
Oh, this makes me so happy. This makes me so happy.
Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first.
I'm so happy.
We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
No, you can't.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry.
He said, Teyvat, he must be AI. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I miss Fontaine. I miss the Melusines and Novelette.
Now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell.
I miss Sadine. Yeah.
I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Yeah, they raised them so well.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem.
But what did the Fatui have to do with it?
All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
One moment, bear with me a second. Come in. Hey up. Thank you very much. Night night, bye. Are you keeping the dog? Oh, you're coming here. Right, we're gonna have to shut the door though. Right, I'm back.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Teyvat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you're talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago?
Yeah.
From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
But from a practical perspective, it makes no sense for the Fatui to be here.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Yeah.
Ah, the wrath of Granny Citlali. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds.
Yeah, we're friends with, like, all of the government people. Like, all of them at this point. Genuinely, we only have, like, Snurge and I left to conquer.
I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Whitzelin was your rival.
Yeah, we'll call our friend the Chief Justice of Fontaine. Where you are from, you should be worried.
You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change.
Why are you here?
With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Oh, is it Pantalone?
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
I hear Mora, I think, oh, I know who that is then. that I don't get it though. I mean, it's not, but teach him a lesson and make it stick.
To a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
Oh, he's just no. Oh, bless him. He just ran off. Bless him. Yeah, who's? Oh yeah. Fire. Andy actually plays as Ether.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Andy is actually your broker Arthur who stole your money. Oh, this focus of Mora all of a sudden. It's got to be.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain. You actually bought that?
Well, I mean, no, but you didn't. No, you didn't tell us that you were. Were you? Did he say that he was one of the captains? Did you say that? I don't think you said that.
United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regreater, his interests, and his wealth.
Oh my god, it actually is! I didn't mean it! Okay. Yeah, but when you said I'm gonna like something, how am I supposed to trust you? Oh my god, that is exciting. Oh, I need a minute. Okay, you know what? This makes sense now. Carry on. Yeah!
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regreater!
Oh my god, please. I am begging you to let him be the one who comes for the Gnosis, actually. All this talk about sending a replacement harbinger, I mean, it won't be because he's here now. he sent people to do this now, but like, oh my god. He's so interesting to me. Yeah, how many times are they going to be like, we serve a different harbinger altogether? Yes, we don't serve the captain, we serve the greater. they serve a different harbinger entirely. I know I said beforehand that I wasn't paying attention. I promise you I'm paying attention now. You don't have to keep telling me. Just cute. They're like, they've clearly made a bet to see who can say it the most. What was I going to say? Yeah, he so fascinates me as a harbinger, because it's like most of the harbingers that we know of so far, like actually know, they all have something so unique about them. Like Piero, who's technically not, but still, you know, he's there, is from Canria, and the captain was from Canria, and Dottore is Dottore. The knave stole the Crimson Moon stuff. Like, everyone has something going for them. Scaramouche was a puppet that was created by an Archon. Child has all that abyss stuff going on, and then Pantalone is just some guy from Lyra who didn't get a vision and he's salty about it. Like, he's just some guy. I hope they let him continue just being this guy, and they don't give him something special like the rest of the Harbingers do, because to me that's more terrifying. It's like, yeah, it makes sense why all of these people are so powerful because of who and what they are, but then you have Pantalone, who's like just a guy. He's just a guy who's good at finance. Like, what do you have to have done as a regular human guy to be on the same level as all of these fantastical people? Like, to be in the same group of people as somebody like Capitano and Dottore. What do you have to have done to have that position? You've absorbed... You just don't do law, Andy. Well, he is. He's very good at financing and stuff. But then, is he? Because I feel like most times we hear about him, it's always been some, like, failed thing. I almost want this to succeed, because I kind of feel bad for the guy. You know, he's tried to take over. So he tried to take over the wine industry in Mondstadt, but the people he sent got scared off by Noel, so that didn't work. I almost want this to happen because I feel bad. Yeah, he's just some guy who's good at finances who hangs out with Dottore. I feel like it would I don't think it'd ruin him, but it'd make him less interesting if he had anything going for him in that same realm of weird. You know, I kind of just want him to be this guy who can still stand with the rest of the Harbingers and just hang out with Dottore. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you got mentioned. Oh, that's so exciting. Carry on. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Harbinger these guys serve. I didn't hear it the first time.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrator's interests.
Whose interests? I didn't hear you.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
This doesn't change anything, Paimon. Just one more guy to beat up, I mean, I guess.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Sorry, who do they serve again? I didn't notice. They didn't say it enough. Oh, I don't know what that did.
Strike a pose.
Bow your head.
I know I've said this before, but when we finally get to Snezhnaya, I am so going with Diluc because he's banned from Snezhnaya.
Get to work.
Like, he's not allowed in, so I'm so just walking in with him.
Can't run from debt.
You know, it makes sense that the you can't run from debt people are with Regrator.
And Granny Citlali. They could give Regrator a run for his Mora.
Who?
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
He's put back. Just put the hammer down, my guy.
Not good.
Oh, bye.
This is becoming more
bye,
trouble
Andy.
than it's worth. You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Oh,
Our boss
baby.
never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best.
Oh my god, all of this Regrator lore. Of course he's see, and this makes me, cause the obvious thing about him is that he's from Liyue. But then people are saying that he's not. But they were talking about it as if it's fact, and as we all know, we believe what people say on the internet. But his focus is Mora, and now with a focus on like contracts and stuff, he's got to be from Liyue.
Go home and
surely.
read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
That is so why he works well with Dotori. Because that is canon, isn't it? That those two do actually work together, which is hilarious to me. But it works so well.
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
He is. He's also one hell of a butler. I didn't realise that at first.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
Why are you guys not running?
That depends on how fast you can run.
Oh.
I'm off.
We knock him out and we leave him to die.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
Your boss who, by the way? You never mentioned it. I hope not. I mean, I get them completely going against what he said about the knave.
Where are we? Back in the maze?
Hang on.
Our surroundings look different though. What did that Fatui guy do?
Was clearly done in a way to make her more palatable, but does it really matter that he works for the Dotori? We need to find Citlali. She's probably somewhere around here too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Citlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
They do seem really loyal to him. I so want him to be someone, because like he's a businessman, and we've just had that thing about loopholes, and they're all really loyal to him. Clearly, like he could have just I know he was downed, but he still could have just left He could have just fought his way out, but his first thing was, oh, I'm gonna implicate my boss. So I so want him to be someone who talks to people kindly, but really isn't. Does that make, if that makes sense? You know how Capitano was actually really nice to his subordinates? I want that kind of manner of speaking, but the difference is that he's actually not. Like, he's not actually, he doesn't mean what he says, or the things that he says can have like a different meaning to them. So he might come across as reasonable, but there's a hidden meaning to everything he says, and in reality he acts like a sweetheart to his subordinates, but he's really not that kind of person. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. Yeah, incredibly soft-spoken, polite person, but terrifying if you got on the wrong side of him. Not afraid to... if you want to make a Bleach reference, no, I don't think I'm gonna get it. Or I might. Oh, no, I don't. That's exactly, yeah, the vibe I get from him. Is you can have a conversation with him and it's fine. But you really don't want to be on the wrong side of him. I saw the special colour, it seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw on that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There's no time to think about that.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
Do we think he's any good at combat? Do we think we're gonna fight him? Because on the one hand, probably not, but on the other hand, he strikes me as the kind of person who'd have, like, a cane that's actually a sword.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this.
Like concealed weaponry. Oh my god, I read this this fic once. It was Pantalone had just been appointed as a harbinger, and Dottore had like a history of sort of threatening whoever was in that position to get the funding that he wants, and he just assumed they could do the same with Pantalone, especially since he's so young. He's like, no, I can threaten you into giving me exactly the funding that I'm into. But obviously that was never going to happen. And if I remember correctly, the result is that Dottore's trying to be threatening by just barging straight into his office. Pantalone, this brand new, very young harbinger, just immediately scolds Dottore and is like, I'm not speaking to you unless you knock. And I'm pretty sure he has like a concealed knife at one point that he stabs into Dottore's leg. I'm pretty sure that happened. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's a very good fic of the two of them, and it's exactly how I picture them. Like, it's not like there's some kind of an equal footing here. It's not, Pantalone is not like this cute little meow meow. He's just as bad, just as threatening.
If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
Honestly, yeah, that would be Dottore's definition of a meet cute. He tries to threaten the guy, ends up with a knife in his leg. Can't stop thinking about him. Oh, the I vaguely remember that comic. Yeah, Chibi Dottore with the God creation plan.
I knew it.
That's cute.
Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
There's also a plot point where one of his segments, because it's something like how because Dottore, sort of takes a fancy to Pantalone, that means all of his segments do too, and one of his segments becomes, I think it's like he is created at the point where proper Dottore is like thinking about Pantalone, so this segment becomes obsessed, ends up kidnapping Pantalone. But then at the end of it all, when he manages to escape, he doesn't have to be rescued. He manages to escape himself by killing the segment. And then as soon as he sees proper Dottore, he just attacks him, like so rabidly almost. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure part of it was that like he was wearing his rings, and so Dottore's face just gets completely just cut up and everything from this attack, because like he is responsible for this segment that kidnapped him. And if that isn't the best depiction of the two, exactly, it's shameless the way they flirt. I need to find this fic and send it. It's the best thing I've ever read about the two of them.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections.
There's this other like long-suffering segment, if I'm not mixing them up, I don't think I am. This long-suffering segment who is like, have you tried seeing things from his perspective? And so then proper Dottore like steals Pantalone's glasses or something. And this poor segment is so tired of the both of them. Primarily proper Dottore. He's so tired of him. Yeah, same. That's exactly how they interact, and it's all just foreplay. Like, I'm sorry, my segment kidnapped you. Now you're attacking me, and I'm gonna end up with so many scars. That's foreplay to them.
These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric.
It's like the masochism tango was written for them, almost.
If that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it.
Yes, I don't know what she's saying. I have not been paying attention.
Because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
We have a connection, don't we?
At the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique.
Oh, yeah.
It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors.
Kiss with a fist, yeah, that's so them.
More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies.
I'm absolutely listening to that again after
live
this.
a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory, so I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
So if you saw any time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Yeah, how? What's the story behind that?
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
I have to find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that even without your tutelage, she can see the color of memories.
We do have to get back to our grandson.
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, she unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide her to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler!
We finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
I don't think that's quite how you hold hands, but I'll give you a pass. Oh, we're back in Risley's office. I hear things. Oh god, I think Risley's office has a leak! Oh, your traveller theory. Oh, God, we're not responding now. Come on, we're almost at the end. We're almost there. I'd love to do, like, a fanfic reading stream one day. With permission, obviously. Because we talk about a lot of specific fics sometimes. I'd love to get permission to just read them. Oh, God. And now I've mentioned it, I'm going to have to go back.
Man, that place was so...
I'm going to have to go back and find that fic again and just read it from start to finish. All over again. I've read it so many times now. Also, I saw Puppy! I saw the puppy back there!
Woo! We made it out just in time!
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes. Hurry up, Citlali.
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
They're all dead.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us.
They all died, Paimon.
The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians?
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello.
It's one of Maluson's employees! Quick, restrain him!
No, he wasn't part of it, Paimon!
I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you.
Look, he's a puppy.
I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
We trust him. We
Either
trust
way,
puppies.
the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
Bless him.
I understand.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Huh. Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Got it. Oh, we are so... Look, I'm right here. Actually, I do have more to say.
I'll wait here for the tribal guards. I'm so sorry the ruin was destroyed.
Oh, he's so precious. Wait, what did she say? I wasn't reading. Look, I found it all the way. Look where I came. Look who's here all the way from Fontaine.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs. They caught Maluson.
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance. No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
That's hilarious.
Serves him right.
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Oh, the subtitles were wrong. That means it's AI, absolutely.
Right, the special scroll. But the
Obviously.
guy is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
That's how it works.
Don't worry, Witziline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Okay, this should theoretically then be the last thing we have to do. But totally fine if you need to go before we do that. Because it's probably just her repeating things anyway. We've done the important bits now. And it's entirely my fault for complaining so much about that one guy on YouTube and not complaining, no, no, that's not what I meant to say, and talking about Pantaloni and Dottore. I would never complain about such a thing. Eek. Also, yes, same. I adore the little blue owl people. They're so cute. Big fluffy owls. They'd give great hugs too. Because I saw someone on Twitter talk about how much they don't like Dottore and Pantaloni shippers who basically like reduce Pantaloni to some completely naive person who's like being strung along by Dottore, and I completely agree. Except they were like anti-ship entirely. I'm just like, no, I agree, they're as bad as each other. You don't get to be a harbinger and just be like a cute little innocent person, except Capitano. He's different. Still.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Wheatsealing's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like yeah, we know. Or people. That was my thing with I'm not gonna say it, but there's a particular ship with a harbinger who would be extremely toxic, and I don't mind when a ship is toxic. What I mind is when people try to justify it by saying it isn't. It wouldn't be. Like, no, it would be, and that's fine. That's fine for you to enjoy in fiction, but you just need to be honest with yourself. So I have no interest in trying to argue that Dottore and Pantaloni would not be toxic as hell, as all hell. Like, they would be. They'd be extremely toxic, but that's what's fun about it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, no, they totally love each other and they totally go on dates. I think that was part of that fic, actually, is that the two of them had to, like, did go on, like, a date, but it was such an, like, that's not a typical way to go on a date with somebody. And it was all entirely threatening other people around them, making everyone else scared. And then the whole point was basically a test. And also, Pantaloni really enjoyed, like, humiliating Dottore. It's like, that's what they're about. They're not gonna go for dinner. They're gonna go for murder. It's like they're both mega twisted and toxic and their avenues of affection. I threatened you and you stabbed me, can we do it again? That's why that fic is so perfect. That's exactly, their first meeting is exactly what they'd be like.
Here I am,
to
old
me.
friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
Ah, poor Hilly Chills.
Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it.
Oh, that's
Traveler,
sweet.
Paimon, come with me.
I love her skirt. I would actually love her skirt. Oh god. You know, you can go now. By the time you'll be done by the time we've moved this outside. Oh my god. It can't be that heavy. Where outside are we moving it to?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey.
When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Oh, that way they're not lost to piles of black and white text. And whatever else she said.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean... You're the one behind the gifts from the spirits!
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yes. Citlali, what are you asking me?
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time.
You teach your grandson, Citlali!
Well, ever since Sweet Celine died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever.
You can't possibly
After
know
all,
we're almost done
I have
for
all the
her.
time in the world.
She's psychic, I swear.
But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
Like, she's not alerting me that I have to go to BED. She's just getting ready to go. How does she know? Anyway, you mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point.
We're friends.
This time, though, you win, Claw.
Cute.
Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Yeah, she's Fua, exactly.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head.
Why are you so old, though,
Since
Citlali?
you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
Why do you have a long lifespan, though, Citlali? Also, does that mean I'm officially your friend now?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Also, yeah, we've told Fua she's clever one too many times.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it.
So is there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Oh, well, that's not gonna happen.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now.
Paimon!
Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Paimon! So you can turn it off, that's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
My poor lungs!
Huh?
Ow! I'm sorry, that we're still going. You may just have to go. Oh my god, that's floating between the two of them. Ow, my jaw hurts. Oh, my jaw hurts. My lungs hurt. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, I love Paimon. Paimon's the best. She's the best to match up a guide. Oh yeah, of course we have to give the scroll back to Biram. Where? No, don't. Thank you. Oh. I'll let you know how it ends. I don't think we're gonna get much left. It'll just be giving the scroll back to the guy. Oh my god. Oh, I adore Paimon. It has to be close to the end because Furfur said it is.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, traveler.
Citlali did it. You share everything you learned about the special colour while keeping Citlali's contribution a secret. Okay.
I see.
Is that what I said? Is that what it said?
Surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a die derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, Memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
And please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
It'll go fine, trust me.
He was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Boom. We'll be on our way now.
Until we meet again.
Explain the situation to Citlali. Oh my god. I'm having fun, but I just want it to be over. Hi. Yeah, on behalf of Fontanian authorities, I'd like to humbly apologise for the string of Fontanians that are causing trouble in Natlan. These guys aren't even the first lot. The Flower Feather Clan also had a bunch of people from Fontaine causing issues. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gone into them.
You told him everything, right?
Almost everything.
Yep. We left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserves something in return for his hard work, and also he's cool.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
Huh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hi.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allie. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am.
Hi, puppy.
I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Oh, he's so
Questions?
precious.
Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you, I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
Fontaine is quite big on cultural exchange at the moment, especially with regions that haven't really quite had the chance to do so yet. Like Inazuma was in like this whole like lockdown situation for a while, but now it's open and the borders are open and people can come and go as they please. And you know, they've Inazuma and Fontaine now have a cultural exchange program going on, and I'm sure it makes so much sense to do the same here as well, because Natlan, the Natlanese haven't really been able to get out of Natlan recently, but now you can. So it makes sense that Fontaine would also want to reach out to Natlan, not in a way that all those other people have been doing so recently, but you know, more reasonable people that they're gonna want to. It's kind of what they're up to nowadays. So you can trust him. You can trust this guy. He's a puppy.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, he's so cute. Allie conducts a thorough investigation, only leaving Miss Citlali finally runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find. It's not like we're friends with the owner of the publishing house or anything.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person. But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
We won't forget.
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
And this is?
Oh my god!
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Oh my god, we're so friends! Oh, I feel so blessed. As a huge introvert, I can appreciate how big a gift like that is. But you don't want people to be able to just come into your space. Oh, thanks, Citlali. I'm so happy now. Can that count for all 4 of my commissions? It won't, will it? Oh, it does! Yes, thank God for that. I'm gonna try. It's never gonna happen. I'm gonna try. While she's here, I may as well, you know? Oh. Fair. Fair. I did get Sino, a Sino constellation at one time. While recording. And that was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I am not gonna check in with my rewards now, because it'll take another half an hour to load in, so I'm done. Hang on. Oh, you're back! Hello, that was quick. We're done. Not much happened, but Citlali gave us her house key! Which was so precious! So we're so friends. And that's it. Oh yeah, the guy's fine. The cute puppy guy is fine. The tribe decided that nothing was his fault. As he was absolved of everything. But apparently the only reason people were questioning their history in the first place was because Evil Mustache Guy was going around, like, planting seeds of doubt. And he, like, apparently he wanted them to question things. And Fontanians are causing a lot of problems in Natlan at the moment, I feel. Like, not just for this time, but the Flower Feather clan had some Fontaine people coming in and causing trouble too. I kind of feel bad. Have these Fontanian people not learned anything from their, like, cultural exchange within Azuma? It would be nice to people who are like coming from a place where they haven't really been able to interact with others much. Dear God.
Melusines are
We should call our friend the literal Udex. Yeah.
Be sure to befriend him.
Nuvalet! Hi. You will not believe what's been happening in Natlan at the moment. Anyway, so we should go, cause that's everything. I don't think there's more to do. I mean, there is, but I don't have the energy for another thing. So you made Nivelet so mad. He's doing water things now. I'm so mad that Neuvillette and Ayato were like doing things together and we just got like that one conversation, but I'm even more devastated for you that you missed it. But God, I wish I would have enjoyed that event a lot more after having befriended Chiori, by the way. I understand that. But I am so much more interested in whatever went on between Neuvillette and Ayato than the whole filming of that thing. I am so much more invested in the politics between Fontaine and Inazuma now. Neuvillette's literally throwing shade, yeah. Oh, that, yeah. You know what? We get it. It's fine. You can say whatever the hell you like about the Archons. We understand. I mean, I agree. I'm with you. I get it. God, you've got gorgeous eyes, Neuvillette. That was funny. Just like, yeah, just Ayato be like, yeah, okay. I love his ability, Neuvillette. I love Neuvillette's ability to be so polite and yet so pissed off at the Archons, but politely so.
While water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste.
Tell me more.
In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Where's my mouse gone? I want to try and do something while I'm here. If I can find something, I want to try and... I want to see if I can find something. Just still one moment. I bet I can't, because I was stupid and didn't bookmark it. And I never bookmark it. And I have to find it
I see the
every
value in my
time,
own
somehow.
work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
The only person who realises that one of the people who came with them is, if not a dragon, something very old connected to Neuvillette. You know, Ayato would be the person to figure it out. So I would love a conversation, just the two of them, just to see how it goes. God, I don't know how to find it. I need to find it. Oh my God. How do you find a fic that you didn't save? Did I save it? I must have done. I read it all the time. Is it in my bookmarks?
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor.
Damn it, do I not have it?
Sumeru's
Oh, wait.
water, meanwhile, has a rich and
Is this
complex
it?
flavor profile, but it must be savored.
I think I found it. Okay. Hang on, let me see what you're saying. Yeah. And you were being like, things of Fontaine aren't just down to the decisions of one person.
I see the value in my own work. But
I know, that's so
also see the
funny.
meaning in all the endeavors of the
Yeah,
people of Fontaine.
things in Fontaine aren't just
I
down
believe
to
I will
the
continue
decisions
to
of
take
one
pride in
person.
fulfilling my duties.
Side-eyeing. It's like just both, yeah. They're both too polite to start anything, but at the same time. I had to be one of the first to think, you have a personal gripe against the Archons, what happened? But he'd be too polite to ask what happened. But he'd know. He'd figure it out. Yes, so it's literally just called The Doctor and the
Water
Banker.
comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring
And I need to find a
In
particular
Inazuma,
bit.
the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex
I need to
flavor
make sure that
profile,
that did indeed
but it
happen.
must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So what happens is that Dottore puts his feet up on Pantalone's desk, and then Pantalone just all of a sudden he has a knife all of a sudden in Dottore's leg. And he stabs it into like his trouser leg, pinning him to the desk, but he stabbed his leg on the way down. He then very politely says, remove your feet from my desk, I will not ask again. Then he takes the knife back and he takes his seat and everything and just then goes, what can I do for you today?
In all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Oh god, there's a wild Andy here again, hi. Yeah, Ayato would not just suddenly be like, you know, how dare you? Like, he absolutely, he can respect A, but also be like, yeah, no, I understand, I hear what you're saying, I get it.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate.
Hang on.
Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure.
They're
while
so...
has an
the
enduring
evil
Inazuma,
Violet.
The water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other.
They so are, it's
Has a rich
that
and complex
dynamic,
flavor profile,
but twisted.
savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
That's so... I'm being very rude right now, but I'm skimming through this. I need to verify some things that happen.
Melusines are beautiful.
Oh yeah, so in the same...
They are the pride of Fontaine.
in the one
Be sure to
entire
defend
chapter,
and cause them no harm.
Dottore finds out that there's a new person who's like 9th. He goes to find him to try and like threaten him like he does with everybody else. Doesn't knock, and because he doesn't knock and because he puts his legs up, he gets a knife through the leg. Is then scolded by Piero, then goes back to Pantalone again, while thinking, well, fine, I'm still putting my legs on your desk, but I won't have blood on them this time. And then they decide to go on a quote-unquote date. All of which in the one chapter.
while water from Liyue
because
has
it just
endured
so is. Oh, I tried to threaten this guy and he stabbed me. I'm so interested.
Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile.
The mortal doesn't cower from the immortal like everyone else does. That's exactly it. That's exactly why I don't like the dynamic either of putting Dotori so high up above Pantalone. Like, no, he doesn't care. I want him to not care. He can't care if they work together.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all
Also,
the
the first, is it 3 or 4 harbingers are supposed to be more powerful than the gods themselves. So, Dotori has to be somewhere between, like, an Archon and a Sovereign. He has to be somewhere between those two power levels. Andy nods like they understand law. No, you're a part of this conversation, Andy. You're the one that decided to come along when we were talking about this. Ah. I need to verify that the ring thing happens. Oh yeah, so some of the harbingers are just like out, like trying to find the guy. And they find him, but he's got himself out of the trouble, of the issue. He fought himself out of the predicament by his own right, by being manipulative and like going along with it and saying, oh, this guy is obsessed with me, so I'm just gonna go along with it and do what he wants, but actually I'm in control. Like you absolutely get the vibe that it's Pantalone who's in control in the situation, and then he stabs and kills him and everything's fine. Then suddenly there's a shout, and it's just Pantalone just yelling Dotori's name. And then Dotori goes, like, my, you certainly have looked better. Why, I was just telling the other... And then the sound of the back of Pantalone's hand against Dotori's face echoes through the forest. His blood splatters on the white snow. The ninth rings have caught on his face. And then Pantalone's just like, how dare you, how dare you. Dotori goes, you struck me. And Pantalone says, and I will strike you again. This was your doing. And oh my god, if that is so them. That is so perfect. That is genuinely one of the best ones I've ever read of the two of them.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure.
Yeah, Nuvalet is absolutely the he has to be the most powerful one that we have.
The water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water
Hydro's dramatic.
has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Yeah, same. It's not a Dottolone date if someone doesn't die. Or at the very least, if one of them doesn't almost die. There's Dottore saying, do not lay your hand on me again, I outrank you, and Pantalone interrupts him, so I don't care. Let me show you what I think of your rank, and then he's just attacked. It's just the, you struck me and I will strike you again. Oh, I love it. I would love to do a reading of that. And also this one of, it's Risley and Nivelette, and they find a domain beneath Merripede. And this thing happens in that basically Nivelette can no longer hide his draconic aspects. So he's slowly starting to become more and more dragon-esque visually. And Risley almost dies. It's a whole thing. It's genuinely tragic. Well, that is what I have to send it to if you haven't read it already, because that is one of my favourite ones of them. Oh, yeah, Andy. Every interaction between Dottore and Pantalone has got to be, is basically a true crime podcast. They're absolutely like willing to be at each other's throats and beating the shit out of each other, but the second someone else does, the other goes foul. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like, how dare you do anything to whoever? Only I'm allowed to do things to whoever. Hang on a second, because now I have to try and find that one Novelette Risley fic, but I'm pretty sure I have that bookmarked. I'm sure I have that bookmarked. This will only be a minute. Okay, never mind, I don't have it bookmarked. I think this will be easier to find, though. Oh yeah, I've got it. It's the deepest depths of the soul. What's the problem? What's the matter? Oh my god, okay, hello.
Water comes in many flavors.
And it's very body horror as well. There's a lot of body horror in the Novelette Risley one. Someone else stabs Dottore and Pantalone is like, first how's it going? Because how dare you let someone else stab you? And then goes and murders the other person. Exactly, though. So the very first thing would be to scold the other person for like, how dare you let somebody else attack you? Mwah. Mwah. I know, it's bedtime, isn't it? I'm sorry, have I overstayed? Oh yeah, no, I have not had any water all day. Also, don't apologise. You're not allowed to apologise. Don't think you can get away with apologising just because you're doing it on YouTube. Come here. Yeah, you want to bite me? You can, I don't mind. Oh, come here. Yeah, hello. You come here. Are you wanting... Oh, oopsie daisy, there we go.
They are the
Can this appease you for just a few more minutes while we finish talking?
No harm.
Is that alright? Oh. But yeah, so... The problem is I never could because I can't read, as we established during Grey Matter. But dear God, I wish I could. Because it's one of those things where I want to talk about it, you know? I have so much to say. Yeah, I don't know what that was that I was doing, but it was not reading. If my model's going weird, by the way, that's because it's Fua now, not me.
I see the value in my own work.
Yeah, I know.
But I also see the
I know. I heard you the first time. I heard you.
I will continue to take pride
I understand.
in my duties.
I'm not arguing with you. No, you're right. I know. Oof. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. I think I'm supposed to go to bed now. I am supposed to. She's telling me. Yeah, we did. This is early for us, Fua. I'm sure you can appreciate. We're just talking about cute ships and toxic equivalent ships now. She has very strong opinions about Dottoloni. That's the problem, isn't it, Fua? What do you think? How do you feel about it? Well, tell the person at home. All the wonderful people who are watching this. Oh, see, I'm so... the one that I'm writing at the moment, it's not the point to have them parallel, but they are absolutely paralleling. I mean, it's hard not to, but an entire like plot where that is the point.
Water comes in many
Can I
flavors
see?
to the discerning
Please.
palate.
Yeah, we know Dottore would love to get his hands on Nivelette, that's why. That's why I let Dottore get his hands on Nivelette.
Inazuma, the water possesses a
It was
depth of
absolutely
flavor
irresistible.
unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be
But also
savored
didn't
patiently to fully appreciate it.
Dottore kidnapping Nivelette and then Risley manages to arrest Pantalone. Didn't at least if it wasn't Pantalone, it was one of the people in the 9th. I don't know when it happened, but wasn't it actually like his whole thing of the coupons in Meripede?
But I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of
Oh,
Montana.
but God, yeah, I want that to happen. I'd love for that to happen. Hey, Daisy. Hello. I know I'm going. I promise. I'm actively going. Look, I'm doing it now. I'm on the move as we speak. I could be completely making that up, or that could have been like a Twitter speculation.
Water
I don't
comes
know.
in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is
I
crisp
vaguely
and
remember
pure,
how it was
while
supposed
water
to be a
from
thing
Relay has an
of
enduring aftertaste. In
like
Inazuma, the
a
water
big thing
possesses a
because
depth
it's like
of
a
flavor
man-made
unlike
currency
any other.
and not
Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and
you know, it's not
complex
Mora,
flavor
so it wasn't Morax. You know, it was tied to
appreciate it.
to people. But yeah, they're definitely poking about in Fontaine. Can I like? I'm not saying I want to steal your entire idea or anything, but because I have in my thing Dottore having Nouvellette. Can I
believe I will continue to take pride.
Not arresting as such, but can I steal the idea of having Risley at the very least, like, a confront Pantalone? Because, my god, that sounds so delightful. Also, I've already written Pantalone is, like, being involved. Even if he's like, for God's sake, Dottore, this is such a stupid idea. He's like, I want nothing to do with this because this is going to backfire on you terribly. And also he's like kind of a bit scared of Nivelette because Nivelette keeps saying things and it's like really freaking Pantalone out.
Is crisp and pure, while water from
and
Lille
then Dottore's like, can you stop scaring?
The water possesses a depth
Like,
of
for God's sake,
flavor
stop
unlike
scaring my subordinates, like what he says.
Water, has
Which
a
is
rich
entirely
and complex
untrue,
flavor
but
profile, but it
you
must
know,
be savored
they
patiently
goad
to
each
fully
other.
appreciate it.
But then Nivelette starts saying things to Dottore and it kind of freaks him out a little bit too. But he's not going to show it, but it's obvious that they're both... It's a little bit like, for God's sake, we have a dragon sovereign here, this is not going to go well. But Dottore's too... He's too into it. Oh, well, you settled on me now. Why are you settled on me now? I thought we were going to bed. We're not going to bed. Do you want to go to bed? Do I want to go to bed? Have you just resigned yourself to knowing that I'm really shit at this? I know. I'm sorry. Is this bed now? Is this bed? Is it? Alright, I'm gonna have to go. Thanks for hanging out.
They are the pride of Fontaine.
Can you get
Be sure
down
to be
from
friendly
here?
and
Are we
cause
stuck
them
like
no
this?
harm.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, don't settle down here. This is not bad. This is not bad. This is not bad. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go downstairs first. Do you wanna go downstairs? Can we go downstairs? Yeah, that got you moving, isn't it? There we go. Okay, bye-bye. Night-night. Thanks again. I'm going. You don't have to huff at me. You don't have to huff and puff and blow my house
I
down.
see the value in my own